My name is Mauro Petroni. I was born in Italy, but I have been in Senegal for 40 years now. I first came here in 1983 for work. My ceramic master had signed a contract here in Dakar, and he asked me to come along to work on a project. I never thought I would stay in Dakar, but one thing led to another, and here I am, finding a 800 square meter warehouse on the waterfront with the possibility to work. I doubt that I would have found anything so special in Europe. On top of that, you have no idea what this place looked like 40 years ago. This warehouse was completely isolated from anything else, and there were big windows, and the sea was only a few hundred meters away, so it was fantastic for me to work here, to create. It all came together because me staying in Dakar, I got interested in the history of the place, in the people, and very quickly there was a will on my part to find out more about what was around me, which means that I ended up working on historical buildings. It was extremely interesting. I wasn't born in Dakar, but I feel that I know Dakar far better than many people living here. For the same reason, I was involved in the renaissance of contemporary arts in Dakar. So I was very involved in working with artists with experience carried out here in the workshop. They would teach me one thing, I would teach them something back. I wouldn't say that people come here just for the parcours, but people who have to come to Dakar decide to come here when the parcours is on, because they know that they're coming at a time when there are lots of exhibitions. Because there is a party feeling to it. This is the 11th time we've had this event. In the beginning, it was mostly art lovers, and people were fond of galleries who would gather here. Now we see young people who come here to party, but they also get to see works of art and immerse themselves in the feeling of the event. It's a lot of observers, gallery owners, and art lovers. This brings a new outlook on the work of the artist. This definitely brings advantages for the artists, because it gets them to travel and to showcase their work in other parts of the world. But also, they also find a certain freshness and energy that they cannot find in the hotspots of Western art. It has to be said that increasingly good artists here in Senegal, but probably also in the rest of Africa, try to retain a base here. They can travel and even set up workshops, find galleries and deals in other parts of the world, but they always try to come back. About 20 years ago, the artists would just leave and never come back, because there was no way for them to work here, whereas there were plenty overseas. Now it tends to be working both ways, and it's possible that in the future that our artists will no longer need to travel and work here and sell their artwork from here. So that's a very positive thing. Well, what I'd like for us to have is this vision. We need to stay humble. I don't like it when artists get ahead of themselves, thinking they're great artists. Some of them think that becoming a professional means getting to work with what we have here, not constantly try to get outside help, trying to move forward together. There's a great synergy here, and we need to maintain it. Well, we had some. We've seen some changes. The Dak'Art Biennale was the only one in Africa, and that's the reason why it was able to grow. I mean, the first one was back in 1992. Except during the COVID period, we had our Biennale every other year. I mean, others were created, some showed up, some disappeared, but according to me, this is the biggest one, with the biggest following. So this is a source of pride. No other capital city can achieve what we have done here. Why is that? Because their capital cities are much wealthier than we are, with a greater richness in terms of artists. Nigeria, for instance, they have more, even better artists than what we have here. Abidjan has far more money than we do, but there is no such collective momentum, this thing that we've been able to create.